My name is Jacob Bowman. I am 12 years old and attend Girls Schechter Day School. I interviewed my mom, Maya Bowman, on February 12, 2012. The goal of this project is to explain to you about human migration through the experiences and stories of one person. My central questions for this project are: why do people move? How does migration affect people and places? As I said, I interviewed my mom, Maya Bowman. Maya moved in 1989 from Minsk, Belarus. My mom and her family traveled from Belarus to Austria. They lived in Austria for 2 weeks. There they determined what country they would move to. After that, they moved to Italy and lived there for 6 months and had an interview with the American embassy located there. They were granted the status of refugee, and the Jewish Federation of America began to look sponsors for my mom and her family. They flew from Rome to New York City and arrived in Cleveland in the year of 1990. It was very hard for my mom and her family to be Jewish in Belarus. This pushed Maya away from Russia. Maya remembers being 12 years old and being called names just because she was Jewish. She knew that she wanted her kids to be proud of being Jewish and having a Jewish education. They could not practice Judaism in Belarus. All she remembers was having matzah and Passover. They didn't know what Shabbat was or keeping kosher was. They were Jewish, and because anti-Semitism in Belarus and Russia was very high, they decided to move. My mom, already having one child and being married, initiated the idea of leaving Belarus because she saw no future for her or her children there. American Jews made it possible for Soviet Jews to come to America. This was one of the factors that pulled my mom to America. Many people left in that period of time. Belarus lost many well-educated people, and my mom was one of them. Cleveland now has a large Russian community. There are now Russian doctors, markets, and nurses. They were not discriminated here in America very much. School was different in Russia. You started in first grade at the age of 7 and ended in 10th grade at 17 years of age. In Belarus, most of the time, my mom and her family could not find fruits or vegetables in the market. Here in America, the supermarket was paradise. They had everything you could imagine. My grandfather was amazed and took photos. Democracy was unfamiliar in Belarus and the Soviet Union. The government there was communist. This means that no matter how hard you work, you will receive an equal salary. If my mom and I are both doctors and I see 30 patients a day and she only sees 3, we will be paid the same amount. This, as you can see, is clearly unfair. Because my mom can speak Russian, she can also help with translation in hospitals. Russian being her native language, learning English for Maya was difficult. She went to Tri-C and then to Ursuline College. In Russia, Maya had a degree in orchestra conducting. She had been playing musical instruments for 14 years. Here she changed her profession to nursing. She is hardworking, which is a big help in her career. Basically, all of my mom's family was lost. However, when they arrived in the USA, they discovered their long-lost family, Fima, Manya, and Olga Karasik, a.k.a. Dalia's mom and grandparents. My mom knew that they had left the Soviet Union, but didn't know where they went. It was just a coincidence that they found them here. Eventually, all of my mom's family moved here to the U.S. Although Maya loves America now, arriving here, not all of her expectations were met. She thought that all of America was the Golden State, California. However, living in Cleveland wasn't very much like so. Snowy winters and cold summers were not her idea of the USA. Though there were negative aspects to living in the USA, some things weren't so bad. For example, she noticed that here in America people smile. Very rarely did Maya see a smile on someone's face in Belarus. She walked through the streets and was shocked to see that nobody had an angry or busy look on their face. So after all, America was my mom's happily ever after. Maya returned to Belarus in 2009 after 20 years of not being there and felt absolutely no connection to her home country. However, she was very sad to see the graves of her great-grandparents. After all, she doesn't really like their lifestyle. Thank you for watching and have a good day.